What's up, everybody, and welcome to Symbols and Synchronicity. You might think finding a screw is a pretty mundane thing to do, right? Well, not at all. Screws are big omens and symbols for lots of honestly quite intense things. Physical love, for example. That's not all, though. There's more to it than that. So, we've broken the topic down into 5 quick points. Stick with us from points 1 to 5. Point number 1. Lifelong success. It might surprise you to learn that screws are symbols of long-lasting success. They represent togetherness, functionality, connectedness, order, and organization. Finding a screw can be taken as a sign that you have a great opportunity to secure a solid structure for the foreseeable future. This spiritual and symbolic meaning is taken from the screw's role in our physical world. That is, we use screws to fasten things together, hold things strong, and with screws, we can build just about anything we want. And as such, screws have come to represent such things in a symbolic sense. Point number 2, physical love. Take it easy and try not to get too excited, but screws are a symbol for some really hot stuff. After all, we all know what it means to screw, don't we? Well, there you have it. Finding a screw represents incoming passion. It can be taken as a sign that perhaps somebody with a relentless passion for you is coming into your life. And going back to point number 1, screws represent connectedness and togetherness, so the feeling from you towards them might very well be mutual. So, finding a screw does not just represent a physical and very short-term kind of thing. On the contrary, it implies an exciting and stimulating, but extremely stable interaction that could very well last. Point number 3, seeing screws everywhere. Seeing screws absolutely everywhere can be taken as a very positive omen. After all, remember, screws represent strength through structure, organization, and unity. So if you keep seeing screws wherever you go, it's to be viewed as a spiritual reminder that everything is in order and things for you are going to go great. That is, it's a sign you are coming into alignment with regards to stability, security, relationships. Everything in your life is going to become very secure and steady. If you want to pay extra close attention to the meaning, then you can consider where exactly you are seeing the screws and pair that up with your analysis. For example, if you always randomly see them on the way to work, then it can mean your professional life is entering a period of stability. Or, if you keep seeing screws on your way to pick up the groceries, then it could be interpreted as a sign that your pantry will be well stocked with great food. Point number 4, rusty screws. So far, it's been all positives. But sometimes a screw can represent negative things too. That is, when you find a screw and see that the screw is very rusty, then you can take it as a warning sign. Specifically, rusty screws can be taken as a possible red flag that there could be issues in your intimate relationships. That is, can somebody's loyalty to you be questioned? Remember though, a rusty screw isn't a sign that something has happened in the past, but rather, it is to be taken more as a sign that in the future you deserve loyalty and should respect yourself enough to demand loyalty from those in relationships with you. So, if you do find a rusty screw, don't panic. Just relax and take stock of your relationships, and if they are meeting your needs with regards to things like loyalty, fidelity, devotion, dedication, etc. Point number 5, screws are not nails. There's a tendency to equate screws and nails when trying to analyze the spiritual meaning of finding them. It would be a mistake to think that finding nails has the same meaning as finding screws. While both nails and screws are used to secure and fix things together, so they both represent that symbolically and spiritually, the way in which they achieve that goal is different. A nail is a brute attack, direct and driving. It is hammered into place and it might secure something for a while. But a nail can be easily removed, whereas a screw, on the other hand, is turned and worked into the wood by a screwdriver and will hold in place much longer and stronger than a nail. So, thinking back to points 1 through 4, a nail can represent a sort of lesser version of these things. For example, in love, finding a nail can represent a quick and unfulfilling interaction that doesn't last. In general life stability, a nail can represent a short period of holding things together, as opposed to a screw representing something more steadfast. And finding a rusty nail isn't the same warning sign as finding a rusty screw. That is, a rusty nail can stand for somebody forgetting to pick up milk on the drive home, whereas a rusty screw can stand for somebody driving away entirely. There you have it. That's it. We've covered points 1 to 5 on the spiritual meaning of finding a screw. Thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, then please consider giving us a like. Also, if you'd like to check out some of our similar content in the future, then go ahead and subscribe to see our future videos. Thanks again for checking us out here at Symbols and Synchronicity, and be sure to join us again sometime in the future for more videos on the spiritual meaning hidden in the world around us. Bye-bye now.